Hello everyone and welcome. Now, I hope you've been enjoying some of the little videos that have been up on that channel now. I've never done it before. For me, it's all brand new and I've really been enjoying it, especially since I've been, furloughed. So it's been a long road, unfortunately. It's great, in a way, being at home with the kids, helping with homeschooling and stuff, but I do miss, that bit of rush that you get from actually doing something, working and so forth. So it's been quite cool. Now, for everyone who liked, subscribed and even commented on some of the videos, thank you. Like I said, all very new to me, but I do appreciate it. Not that I'm doing this to be famous or anything, but it's just something to keep my mind busy. And just to keep you in touch with the instrument, because at one point I did sort of like fallen out of love with playing, especially since March of last year, and now it's sort of like that, that love is coming back again, in order to just get back into the swing of things. And hopefully now we might be seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, and in that respect, I'm looking forward to eventually being able to be out there and playing again with my mates and doing what we all love. But on one of the videos that I reviewed the Jabeki new rubber cymbals, one of the cymbals, the 12-inch one, I actually tried that has a hi-hat, and one of the comments that someone asked was about the hi-hat controller. So what I decided to do, because I do have a lot of Jabeki gear on that kit, because I used to have a Roland TD50, which I parted ways with, and I decided to do an A to E, an acoustic to electronic conversion, go with a Mimic Pro module. And obviously I got the Jabeki low volume cymbals. I got mine in black because they were really cool. The reason why I came across those ones is that with the TD50 I had to replace some of the cymbal pads because they were just self-choking, and it was just a pain. So I decided to, okay, what can I do? Because I was using the 18-inch digital ride. What can I put there that is not going to be very dissimilar? But I wanted something that felt a bit more like a real cymbal, so low volume it was, and they were great. When I parted ways with my TD50, obviously those cymbals were included as part of it. But when I decided to do the conversion, I just said, okay, it's going to be a full low volume set now with this new kit. So I got two 16-inch crashes. I have an 18-inch China, and the great thing is that it's actually shaped like a China, and an 18-inch ride. I didn't want to go, too over the top, because the bass drum itself on that kit is 18-inch as well. So I wanted to keep everything nice and tidy. I also got a two-part hi-hat, so top and bottom, but it does come with that hi-hat controller. So even if you just want to use the top hi-hat, which I was doing in that particular video, it's absolutely fine. It still works. And I also got two 10-inch splashes, which are still not set up because I need a couple of boom arms just to set them up or fit them in around that setup. However, what I decided to do then is this coming Tuesday, I'm going to go down to the studio again, and I will be doing a review on those low volume Jabeki cymbals. I will also talk about the hi-hat controller. And the other thing that I'll do is also go through the mesh heads, because all my mesh heads are triple ply Jabeki, and they feel great compared to, let's say, the traditional 2-ply Rolands that we all know, which can be quite springy. The Jabeki ones have a different feel to it, makes you work a bit harder, not as reboundy, not as springy as the Roland ones. And all the triggers that I got to convert that are also Jabeki triggers. So what we're going to do is go through the kit, and explain that a little bit. The module is based on a Pearl Mimic Pro, which is a great module. I did sacrifice a couple of things. Obviously, there are things that I love about the TD50 module, which is the fact that single USB cable and you have audio and MIDI. It's easier to sync the MIDI to a DAW. I'm still struggling a little bit on the MIDI side with the Pearl, because you have to pretty much set every single MIDI channel for every piece to sync up the notes to the DAW. So But at the same time, you do have more output, audio out, which is great. So I'm using a DB25 lead going into my Studio Live mixer as well, which is great. I'm not yet using the two main outs to include effects because I like everything. It's like if I'm using just a standard drum kit, I go raw on everything, just, you know, live sound, and then any editing or any mixing or anything that has to come, it will come afterwards. So it's not going to come straight into it. But yeah, so I'll be going to that review as well, so I'll sort that out. And then I was having ideas. I have a huge collection of microphones that you're going to be able to see, so like up here, that include a lot of Aston microphones. And Aston, I do like their microphones, they're great. And I do have two Aston Elements. I have a pair of Aston Origin, and I also have a pair of Aston Spirit. So I decided to, how about if I then set up the acoustic kit and do comparisons on, you know, overheads. How do they compare? Because, especially because they're all the same manufacturer. They're all, especially the Origin and Spirit, large condenser microphones. The Element is slightly different, although it uses phantom power to work as well, but it's different technology. But it will be interesting to see how would sound, you know, in that same, you know, application. So just standard overheads. I will also want to use them on toms because I'm still waiting on another Aston Element, so I'll have three, so I can mic 3 toms. Then I decided that, okay, looking at my mic collection, I also have an SM57, you know, traditional snare microphone that we all have, or that we all used at some point. But I also have an Audix i5. So might be a cool idea to do a comparison between i5 and obviously the traditional SM57, see how they both sound. I have 3 bass drum microphones. I have 2 Audixes. One is the D6. I have another one which is like a boundary microphone, ADX60, that is meant to go inside. It's like a little small microphone, quite flat, it's about profiles about that thick. That I normally put inside the bass drum to capture the impact of the beater against the head. The D6, I tend to put it more slightly outside to get a bit more of the air. And then I also use a Yamaha Sub Kick, which is basically the NS10 driver, reverse wired, and works as a subwoofer. But I have tried myself at one stage, the Aston Stealth has a kick drum mic. And tell you what, it works, because I got the Stealth instead of the Shure SM7B because of the 4 voices, which in fact almost transform into 8 voices because you can use it with phantom power or without. So it's a dynamic microphone, but it has a built-in Class A mic preamp, which normally with an SM7B you would need a cloud lifter to give that boost. But with the Stealth, quite cleverly, they've put in built Class A mic preamp inside, turn on phantom power, activates it, and happy days. Now the 4 different voices are great as well because they're all quite different. So it will be interesting, you know, as well to see why not put, let's say, the D6 against the Stealth, and then I might, you know, try and get a D112 as well, and you know, just go from there. Try to come up with different ideas, do different comparisons, little bits of, can we mic up a drum kit with just 2 mics? If so, what mics would we use? So yeah, I think I'm going to try and come up with some ideas to get some more videos done, and hopefully, you know, you'll enjoy them. Any comments, good or bad, I don't think that's, you know, bad comments. You just have to take them as constructive criticism. And after that, yeah, you know, it's let's see what we can come up with. If someone ever wants to participate or do some sort of, like, you know, playing videos, yeah, you know, send us a message. It's all good. Or I don't know, if someone ever wants to come and like a drum hangout, because we're all, you know, just enthusiasts of it. You know, we're not like a Dave Weckl or a Dennis Chambers or a Vinnie Colaiuta or anything like that. So, but just to hang out, exchange a bit of knowledge, exchange tips, exchange tricks, you know, what to do. So it would be cool to get involved in something like that as well. So let us know, you know, in the meantime, if you haven't, you know, hit that subscribe button, get in touch. I'll put an email address in there as well. But yeah, it would be cool to get in touch with you guys. All right, nice one. Take care. Cheers, and see you next time.